Hello and welcome back to Code Rhetoric with Tam Talk, and here to kick off our How to Maximize Your Coding Credentials series. First stop, ta-da! We'll be talking about how to become a coding author. Although this book is not a coding book, it's just a place of reference. I wanted to share with you some practical steps on how to become a coding author. Now, there are many videos out there that share with you how to become an author, but we're going to focus more so on how to become a coding author. So our first question is, what is your purpose? Are you writing a coding book with practical strategies, or are you writing it for inspiration? And what I mean by inspiration is you're sharing with your audience or your readers your journey into the medical coding industry and how you became a success in the coding industry. Or are you writing for practical strategies, like you applied these practical strategies to your workday as a coder and they were successful, and now you're here to share those strategies with other medical coders in the community. So that's the first thing, determining what your purpose is and which direction you want to go. So for those of you who have not watched my previous videos and how I discuss how I kind of stumbled upon becoming a coding author, this was not something I was passionately pursuing or on my bucket list. It just happened, and I'll share that with you again. So I was invited to speak at a coding event, and I used my speaking guidelines or my speaking guides as my outline to start writing my book. Now, the reason I kind of catapulted into the whole author realm is because there were attendees that were requesting a copy of my presentation. And the host of that particular event reached out to me to see if it was okay to share that presentation. And so it dawned on me that how many other coders would be interested in learning or hearing what I shared with the people that were in attendance. And hence, that's where the book was born. So I did reach out to various publishers just to kind of get an idea of pricing, what was all required to create a book from start to finish, from illustration to publishing to marketing, all of that. ISBN number, copyright, the whole gamut. And so from there, I did communicate with several publishers, and then one evening, Amazon KDP popped up, and here we are. And it was Amazon KDP or KDP Amazon took me through the entire process, except for the part, of course, of writing the book. But it took me through the entire process of publishing my book, to creating a title, and then marketing it as well. And of course, it is still up there today. How to Get Away with Surgical Coding, and along with my other titles, Remote Coding, Know the Requirements, How to Create 8 Streams of Income as a Medical Coder, and my most recent one, 11 Streams of Income as a Medical Coder, or 11 income internet streams, right? All of them are in the format of a paperback as well as an ebook. So if you have Kindle, you can purchase the book, you can read it through your Kindle, through your phone, or you can order it and have it in paperback format. So there is an ISBN number associated with each book. And so those ISBN numbers, regardless of where you are, where you go to locate or research my book, when you put in that ISBN number, my title is going to be associated with that. That's the copyright, that it belongs to me, right? So yeah, so I do have a course that I created that will help guide you for those of you who are interested in becoming a coding author. It takes you, again, from start to finish, your practical steps, like how to define your topics, to creating your manuscript, to launching it, to marketing, and so forth. And so I'll go ahead and even add that, although I started out on Amazon, my book is in other e-commerce industries or brands, such as it was in Walmart, It's in Barnes and Nobles and so many other book platforms or where books are sold. So yeah, so again, I would say define your purpose. What is your purpose of your book? Is it to provide practical tips, practical strategies, or are you writing as an inspiration to the coders coming behind you? As you know, it's always been your dream to write a book. You know a lot about coding, you have coding experience and wisdom, and you want to share that with others. That is like your legacy, to write a book, to become a coding author. And perhaps being an author like of a book may not be in your your goals. Perhaps you want to be a blogger. You write, you type, right? Perhaps you want to be, I would say, a content creator. Content creator is in so many formats, but again, blogger or a book author, here's your opportunity to get started. So I am excited. Excuse me, something in my eye. I am excited about this, or the kickoff of this series, where we're talking about the ways that you can maximize your coding certification. And again, I know that the ultimate goal for many is to become a coder, to actually get our hands and feet wet into actual day-to-day coding, and that's fine. Of course, I would highly recommend that you do that before you start launching into these other areas, such as writing a book. Now, I take that back, because you could be a new coder and you perhaps created some successful ways or strategies to studying for their certification. So you can share your strategies in a book, a practical guide to share how you successfully passed the CPC exam. Hey, that's for someone. That is for someone. And keep in mind, so what if there are other people who have written books along the same line? Everyone's strategies are different. What may work for some may not work for others, and vice versa. But hey, you wrote your book. You are an author. Start generating your royalties, your passive income stream. Be known. It will forever be in the realms of content. Okay, so go ahead and get started. So again, you want to start with your purpose, and then you want to go into your outline. What is the outline? The outline is showing how, like, the flow of your book. Of course, just like you're writing a paper, you want to have an introduction, your middle, which is the meat of your content, and then the ending. One of the things that I share, and I'll share it with you, and I'll probably share it again, when I do public speaking, or when I took public speaking, is always tell them what you're going to tell them, which is your intro. Tell them, which is your meat or your middle, and then tell them what you told them, which is your conclusion or your ending. So I'll repeat that. Tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them. And so that same technique applies to book writing. Tell them what you're going to tell them, as in what is the book about. Tell them what the book is about, and then tell them what you told them. It can't get any simpler than that. So yeah, so again, I have a online course available on my website that teaches you the practical steps from start to finish to start writing your coding book and become a coding author. So that's all that I have for this video. I'm going to grab a sip of water, a little raspy here. Not that you need to know that. But yeah, so I'm excited about this series. And so, yeah, let's get to writing. All right, take care.